Hello everybody, my name is Merc. We are back playing Elden Ring, still in Liurnia Lake. I had thought a little bit more about what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna go clear out this little section. Maybe we'll even wrap around, I don't know. Like I said, thought about it a little bit, just a little bit. We did not sit down, so most of these creatures should still be slain. But I think I'm going to explore the northern part of this island a little bit more. Kind of left it once I saw all the weird creatures. The swamp dwellers. Some of them had undead horse capabilities. Speaking of, let's just fight it one-on-one. So it does cast spells every time it rings a bell. Don't know what this mist does, but it does seem to just have like a big panic attack. Perhaps we want to fight those on horseback, since they seem to not want to engage directly. The horseback one is the only one I'm really scared of. I'll be real with you. Does seem like they can all cast spells, which means that theoretically this could get out of hand very quickly. Unfortunately, a few of them did not die. Probably shouldn't have got off the horse. Alright, well, not the best method of taking these ones on. These. Okay, so again, these spells that they're doing, not the most deadly of things, but when there's a lot of them, very much becomes an issue. I took out the turtle. I got so greedy. Oh, now I gotta loot it. I'm sorry, turtle. Oh my god, it's rolling down the hill. I don't want to look at that anymore. I feel bad now. I had a feeling the moment I the moment I initiated that jump hit, the jump strike, I was like, oh no, I did a slash attack. That turtle's getting hit. Alright, well. Deathless turtle percent is now unattainable. I have to make a new character and play through the whole game again. Okay, so this is where we ended up after taking out the first skeletal horseman, the undead rider. Some troll messages, of course, but at least this is a decent little area of finding herba, assuming you ever need more of them. Seems like there's a lot of materials in this game that you literally never run out. Row of fruit, of course, being the prime example. I hit that crystal and it made me jump a little bit. We got a grave violet. I think that might have been from one of the enemies we slayed. The undead creatures. With the bells. Bells and whistles. Doesn't look like there's a reason to drop down there. See the turtle corpse in the distance and I'm reminded of my sins. Maybe we do drop down here. Whatever this thing is, it's alive. Just massive crystals, it's moving, shuffling a little bit to left and right. Don't think we've encountered any of them yet. Seems we found a little bit of a hidden path. There is a flower ahead, and we do need to be wary of up. There was a player ghost trying to mountain climb over there. That's pretty funny. Went for the twofer, and took out the last one that was struggling. Little Trina Lily ambush encounter. Looks like that was it. Some more of these glintstone fireflies. Guess we're gonna drop down now. Along the edge. What are these crystal lizard things? I still don't know how deadly they are. I should even bother trying to take them out. They look pretty friendly. Except for the fact that they just did a jump attack. Jump bite on us. Attempted to anyway. Remind me of crystal lizards. Seems familiar, likely sorcery. It's true. Crystal lizards were a creature in Dark Souls 1 that when slain they would drop upgrade materials. So they were pretty handy in getting some early upgrades in if you knew about them. Seems we're just gonna get more glintstone fireflies here. Make more magic pots in the future. Not a whole lot going on otherwise, it seems. Another Michaela Lily. What is that? Just some shrubbery. Looked weird in the lighting, I suppose. We don't need to go south along this cliffside just yet. Let's go back north. More of these creatures. Again, I don't feel great about killing them. I guess they could be called prawns, the crawfish that we've been killing. Did not expect prawn to be in the word list. Though at this point it seems rather obvious. See a weird lighting effect over there on the wall. Just checking out this section, this terrestrial section, as opposed to more marshy areas that we could go explore. This is a trap, like no question. I thought for sure a prawn was coming out of the water there. There's another veranda that's not marked on the map, so I'm going to just mark it myself with another person. Because I don't feel like going over there just yet. Another site of grace? Did not expect that. Your twinkling might be above us though. East Gate Bridge Trestle. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay south of this bridge. He says as he goes north. I'm just going to stay on the land is basically what I'm saying there. That might be the twinkling we're hearing. Let's go say hi to this scarab. Not going to rush in just in case. That one just died so quick and easy. It was like ethereal. I don't know if it was whiter than normal or what. We got some sort of shield bash technique. Brace behind shield before using body weight to ram foes while maintaining guarding stance. Weaker enemies we shove backwards and can even be staggered. Move with some stagger potential. I wonder how real a shield spec in this game is. And by that I mean like dual wielding shields. In Dark Souls 2, that was quite a thing. I definitely played around a bit with that. There were some rather large shields in particular that were offensively defensive. I don't even know, but they're, you know, they were hard to deal with sometimes. Consulting the map, making sure I'm not missing anything. We found another wandering mausoleum, and therefore a bunch of headless soldiers. Did not expect there to be a mausoleum. What did I mark the last one as? A house. Kinda don't want to deal with that right now, I'm not gonna lie. Because there's no real reason to. Doubt there's anything inside of it aside from the opportunity to remember or to duplicate a remembrance. More chairs in the distance. Let's loot up these materials for the moment. I think I'm not going along this wall. Just having a look as to what could be in the distance. We see some ruined buildings in the distance. Yeah, we're not going that way. So we're heading towards this mausoleum. I do kind of want to fight it just so it'll stop ringing. This man in a chair looking straight up. Not looking at any Erd trees. Somber Smithing Stone 3. It's weird that these wandering mausoleums have legions of headless knights guarding it. Found ourselves at a spirit spring. Why does this one seem much larger than the other one? Maybe I'm incorrect on that. Let's see where this takes us beyond up. Took us up. Found a finger reader crone here, and another gate that is locked, as well as another site of grace. So I guess we touched the site of grace. Assuming we don't trigger a trap by stepping on this road. Don't know what this statue represents. There's two statues to the left and right. Kind of in a defensive battle stance. And then this central statue appears to be surrounded by flowers. I noticed there's a rather large horseman above. That actually looks like another knight's cavalry. Is it nighttime? It is. Ah, Bellum Hideaway. Or Highway. Let's touch the site of grace before we encounter that, just in case. I do want to see if it's another boss. I have to imagine it is. But again, I don't really want to be up here necessarily. Kinda out of our way. Time for night, and then let there be night. It's a good message. So I think we mark this with skull, I suppose. Is there like anything that could be signifying nighttime? Not really. I'll just have to remember. Because I don't think I want to fight that right now. Again, we could, but the way I like to explore is making sure that the areas we have explored are explored thoroughly. And then any new areas we encounter, I don't necessarily want to explore all that thoroughly just yet. This Knight Rider really just followed us over here. I thought his patrol would be in between the buildings. Let's talk to this finger reader crone as the Knight Rider watches us.
Please, I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers.
Show of hands.
What a pity it is to be without the right. All you can do is stand at a loss, without even the half-crescents that wish to be whole. Before the unmoving, unfeeling grand lift ahead.
Okay, so I have to imagine she's talking about this key item over here. Dectus Medallion. Grand Lift of Dectus, connecting the Altus Plateau to Liurnia. And the right half is said to reside in Fort Feroth in the Dragon Barrow, far to the east. So, maybe this is the Grand Lift. And to use it to get to this upper area, I have to imagine, to get to the capital city on top of Altus Plateau, we need the second half. But she did say there was another way. If we threw ourselves into the water and found ourselves in a cavern, there is a path. Instead of having to go get both halves of the medallion. And we definitely need the glintstone key to go into Rea Lucaria properly. I wonder if there's just a way down along this mountainside. Let's go see. Rather than going to explore upwards. Let's see what we got going on over here. Just examining the map, making sure it's obvious as to where I am exploring and where I am not. So I don't have to leave a bunch of markers like I am for the verandas. It doesn't really seem like there's a way down, perhaps. Well, there is one way here, taking these gravestones down. This thing's really, really close to us. We almost can just jump on it as is. I feel like it doesn't work that way, though. This is a mushroom you can't loot. That's very funny. That's why there's so many messages surrounding it. Alright, how do we get down from here, actually? I think it was right here, where that spirit spring was. Yeah. Little bit of a sketchy landing. It's so far away from its headless soldiers. I think we just go attack this thing now. It really does seem like this one is much larger. And also, it doesn't have these skeletons on it. The last one that we encountered had a bunch of skulls and whatnot. And then after we destroyed all of them, it collapsed. I don't know what that means. I mean, I guess it means we're coming back here later. When I have a better idea on how to deal with that. Hopefully there's no items on those gravestones. Surely if there are any items, it'll just be some, like, souls, some runes. Do we just jump onto the building? That doesn't seem right at all. That seems like a guaranteed way to die. I guess I'll consider that for future. Again, we don't need to go up there. We found ourselves at a tomb. We could just barely make it out beyond the fog. Suffering ahead. That's a fun message. See if it's marked on the map. It is. You can. So that little symbol does mean a little cave. So that means that this could be a cave too. I wonder if this is the cave the finger reader perhaps was talking about, and will lead us upwards, up into the Altus Plateau. Trying to figure out what we're doing here now. Do I just go into the cave? Oops. Wanted to check the map, not applaud that message. Do I have a grand old time slaying a bunch of headless knights. That is a possibility. It's been a while since we fought them. I do see some spirit jellyfish ahead. One of them is red. Not sure why. Where the heck did it even go? That dragonfly like charged us, did damage, and then disappeared from this plane of existence. Did we even read the map key item? I was thinking to myself, we haven't read any items in a while. The Academy of Raya Lucaria towers over the north, while its base spreads, the town built around it now flooded. Two high roads and end their journeys here. Not the most thrilling of information. So at some point we did kind of check out these rocks, and then I decided I was going to come back here later. I think where I decided to stop was actually still just ahead. I think it was this little area here. Or maybe it was this area all the way down here. Yeah, I think that actually was the case. Alright, this is going to be a bit of an unconventional way of exploring this swamp, I guess, but we're going to continue along this path. And by path, I mean cliffside. It seems that these Albinorics are at one with nature. At least this one is. This one actually has a lot of damage, or a lot of HP. I was gonna mention it's not wearing armor, so I assumed the opposite, that it would be easier to kill. It also has a giant weapon. So do I, though. That said, I'm not the most graceful with this weapon on a horse. Okay. I knew that thing was casting, so I had to get out of there. Jeez. Okay, just kill him. It was some supremely bad fighting. We are poisoned, so now we're going in. Staggered it. Tried to go for the critical, but it did not happen. I'm gonna just try this strat of hanging out underneath it. This seemed like they kind of struggle to home in on us when we're directly underneath the plant. We need to make more boluses already. We are running low on dragonfly heads. We only have 25 left. Okay, maybe not running low, but probably don't want to just waste them all like I've been doing. I just mostly don't want to fight these flowers anymore. You have more of these creatures. Visions of Crystal Dragon was that message. They don't even drop anything, so I don't know if we should be fighting them. Okay, are we... Nope, we're not even. I was gonna say, are we anywhere near where we stopped exploring last time? Found an arterial leaf. Oh my god, more. Please stop this. Jeez. Not too thrilled at the enemy variety here so far. Is this where Hyena is? Hard for me to remember. It is actually down here. Okay, so we have encountered this site of grace, though. This is what I was checking. Yeah, because we dropped down from the artist shack, went over there. And we did not check out this swamp. Try night. Is it nighttime? It is. Can't tell if they're just memeing on the gorgeous view or what. I feel like I should have explored this area less erratically, because now I'm like, what what have we explored and what haven't we? Not a great place to be, considering we basically just started exploring this swamp. I'm already finding myself a little overwhelmed. Speaking of overwhelmed, lots of mollusks ahead. Let's try to avoid getting overwhelmed here. It actually does do damage on stagger, these poisons. So you can very easily die here. Or get poisoned. My favorite. Thankfully the boluses are pretty easy to find in your inventory. Land squirt ashes. So these are land squirts. You say so. The greatsword two-shotting them makes this seem not as unappealing as I want it to be. If they were harder to kill, I would not be doing this. But we're almost done, finally. Just in time to get poisoned once again. Maybe I gotta be using soap a bit more often. Wash my legs. Alright, so I think this officially means we are back to where I decided my northward expedition ended. Yeah, okay, that's a man with 2 dogs. We definitely encountered him already. Wasn't sure what the man was. Something lunched up. And I couldn't make it out from that distance. Gonna declare nothing over there. It's time to explore this forested section a little bit more. Found ourselves with more poison plants. That said, we didn't even take out the poison plants over here. I just kind of ran past them. Was it over here? I think it was even north of here, perhaps. So instead of just going directly north again, let's go a bit more west. So many Miranda flowers. Thankfully, most of them appear tiny. Rather than this large one we found ourselves at. Starting the men in chairs. Making sure the rest of the swamp area is clear as we wait for poison to dissipate. Not a fan of fighting these at all. I had a feeling I was going for a second melee. Just do your magic. Thank you. Felt comfortable enough getting the charged heavy in. Once I saw it go for a magic spell. So these men had enough magic in them to enhance the plants around them. Let's see what this item was. Smithing Stone 3. This swamp is very large. At least it's not poison, I guess. Not overtly poisonous, I guess. Just hints of poison here and there. Another Miranda flower. Okay, so there's the town in front of us that we've already explored. Kind of on the edge of the forested area now. See some more albinorks in the distance. Not the best start to the fight. Did get a stagger in. Okay. All right. One of our better fights against the flowers for sure. Got a large albinoric guarded by, or escorted by a guard, I guess. We'll go say hi to them. I like how the large one like started looking up in the sky like, oh, I wonder what fell from the sky to hit you, friend. But it heard my colossal greatsword, so it's coming over to investigate. It actually did not... I mean, it was looking at us, but I don't know if it declared us an enemy. I don't know what happened there. Because it was definitely looking right at us as it waltzed forward. Alright. Still on the edge of this forested section of the swamp. See some poisonous particles off in the distance. I think those are the flowers we left alive quite a while ago now. Guess we're gonna deal with this one. Hopefully that patrol of albinorks doesn't get much closer. I'm surprised. Literally every single one of those homing magic seeds missed us. It's meleeing. I knew it was meleeing, but I was stuck in my animation. It seems like the albinorks did make their way over here. It seems like that one in the back is continuing its normal patrol. But these two heard my greatsword, so they went over to investigate. Seems like a lot of these creatures don't have the best eyesight. Or maybe because it's nighttime. That might affect things too. I don't know how in-depth the AI would get on these creatures in this game. It definitely seems like they've been tuning the AI since Dark Souls 1. In Dark Souls 1, they were pretty basic. Lots of standard pathfinding and They saw you, they saw you. They didn't really... I mean, you could cause them to move around by making noises. But it seems more complex than ever in Elden Ring. Their ability to have a look around the area. Found ourselves at a veranda with all the poison. There should be a poisonous plant situation around here that we did not deal with fully. Was it here or was it behind us? I'm gonna say it was behind us. Let's go check. Yeah, it was right here. Right? Yeah. Still a bit damaged. One more quick swipe. The quickest swipes we got. All right. Let's continue our expedition. Guess that means we're going to this poisoned veranda now, where I imagine there's probably a lot of Miranda flowers guarding the veranda. It's doing prolonged burst once again. Just gonna scout around as we wait. This is a rather nice looking area. Still don't feel great about killing those. Kind of remind me of Seath the Scaleless from Dark Souls 1. Not just because of the crystal aesthetic, but they're kind of undulating and slimy. I guess not necessarily undulating. They got a long neck. Seath had a lot of weird tentacle action going on. Alright, let's go back to that veranda, I suppose. There's another Miranda flower over there. Just never ends with this spot. Alright, this will be the end of that. Buffered the second heavy because I wasn't sure if it was going to die or not. It like somehow crouched my swipe there by displacing its hitbox. It was like angled weirdly on the crystal. That's kind of funny. Alright, what's in this veranda? Smithing stone 3x3. I think that's what we got last time we checked one. Not the most pleased with that. It basically did almost 360 around us via somersaulting. So we slayed those Albinorics. Where is that? That's south of us. Okay, okay. Getting a little turned up. That's probably not the words I want to use there. A little confused. Because the swamp looks the same as the rest of the swamp. Definitely still prefer it does this attack over the others. Because we tend to stagger it. After the third hit, I don't know if I'll do it again, probably not. It did. Barely survived. We're gonna have so many poison blooms, we'll never know what to do with them. We'll end up selling them, probably. Okay, I think that might mean that this little swamp section is now cleared. My favorite word. My favorite state of being in Elden Ring is to have cleared a section so you can freely explore it on your own time instead of having to deal with all the enemies around. Sort of heading back towards the mausoleum. Should we check out that veranda? We did mark it, and we kind of explored the rest of this area. Let's go over there. What fateful terrors, fearful terrors, frightful terrors can we find here? Oh, the biggest of all the terrors, Ascending Gate. Map ahead west. I don't know if that means you should, hey, go west before you get this. Where was the map? The map was down here. Where is this even sending us? So if the beams of light are indicating they're sending us north. Jeez. Okay, let's leave that map marker there. We're gonna go back north towards the Wandering Mausoleum. Some big open space here. It would be really funny if there was just like certain sections of the swamp where the water was so much deeper and then you just fell and died because you're rushing through on torrent. Found more swamp denizens, undead casters. Not too complicated of a fight. I do like the idea of just like a bunch of slow-moving casters, and you have to kind of deal with them one by one and as you dodge their stuff. It's better than some of the other enemies we have to fight. Looking at you, Miranda Flowers. Actually, no, I don't want to look at you anymore. I'm sick of seeing you. Okay, so this is where the spirit jellyfishes were. They were on top of this rock section, so let's see what we can see up here. Are you still alive? You're still alive. They really have like 501 HP. And I did 500 damage on my jump attack there. Why are some of them red? Let's see what these messages have to say. Grass ahead. What's on this island? Nothing? Nothing here. Let's go back to the jellyfish. Lots of jellyfish. More arterial leaf. I want to see if these are aggressive. Of course the red ones are. They really have more than 502 HP. That's kind of funny. Okay, okay. I gave them the opportunity to attack. Should not have done that. Maybe I gotta put the jump charm back on, switch out our loadout, just so we can continually one-shot things. It's a bit more important than having some of our equipment on, that's for sure. Maybe we just take off the torch. Maybe it's time to take off the torch. We're gonna do that. Just play around with our loadout a little bit. Question is, which one do we take off? We'll be at a heavy load. So I guess we're taking off the Erd Tree's favor. which we can definitely notice the lack or less stamina on our bar now. But doing 578 damage instead of 501 is what I'm looking for. Just making sure there's nothing else over here. Time for faith. Taking a leap of faith. I wonder how much our light jump or our jump standard attack does. 459. It was mid-attack animation, so we got a boost there. On our damage, we did 530 instead of 500. This is really just a big old section of jellyfish, eh? I can't believe they just fell. Yeah, I don't really know what the point of these jellyfish are. This isn't really like a gravestone location. Unless these are just big, giant, natural gravestones. These pillars of stone above us. Find ourselves with a decent amount of souls after our marshland expedition. And I think that means we're done in this little upper section. Not seeing anything else. Unless, of course, they're above us, if there are items. Doesn't seem like it, though. I think it's just an arterial leaf spawn. Is there a connection between the arterial leaves and the spirit jellyfishes, perhaps? I cannot say for sure. So again, I don't really want to fight all these headless knights. But we might, because we're touching this thing. Find ourselves looking at an old codger again. I imagine it's just going to lead to that mine shaft we found. Which is extra funny when you consider that it's pretty obvious on the map as well. It's just directly north of us. Making these weird candelabras a bit more pointless if you can find it easily on your own. Like the first candelabra we found led to that rune bear cave. I did see the cave on the other side of the plateau, so I knew it was there. But that seems like a bit of a harder cave to find than some of the others. And then the second time we found the candelabra, it was in the Mistwood. And apparently, the old codger leads you to Blythe's ruins, where there was a rune bear there as well. Yeah, this one just leads over here. As expected. Oh, there's like a hole in the ground right here. Can't really see from this angle, but you can when I mess with the camera. It's kind of funny. Alright, so we're gonna enter this building. Take the elevator down, see if there's anything we can jump to. There was like a little section up there, so I guess we gotta go have a look at that. Loot some cracked crystals. Touch the site of grace, which has to be over here somewhere. There it is. Rhea Lucaria Crystal Tunnel. So we've encountered a few crystal tunnels before. One in particular stands out. In Kalid. Not going to explore it just yet. Ride this back up. Have a look underneath. Definitely nothing down there. Did I miss? Where the heck was the little place you could fall down to? Oh, it was right here. There was another place you could fall down as well. Jeez. I imagine there's gonna be more cracked crystals in there, but I gotta sate that curiosity, so let's go back up one more time. Got 9 flasks, might as well chug one. Should have sent the elevator down before we did this. All that for a cracked crystal. Alright, let's get out of this mine shaft. I have to imagine this is not the cave that the Finger Eater Crone was talking about. But we will definitely explore it, just not at the present moment. Perhaps in the next video. Don't know how long this video's been going. It's been going, folks. Alright. So we're gonna probably call this one soonish. But I think before we do that, just want to have a look at this mausoleum one more time. See what kind of army it's got here. The fact that it's hanging out on the edge really suggests to me that you can just jump onto it. I wouldn't have naturally assumed that, but also the fact that there's no skulls on its legs supports my theory a little more. So we found the Legion of Soldiers here. I do kind of want to take them on, just not at the moment. There does appear to be one with a headdress, which is funny considering the fact that they have no heads. Looks very similar to Lutel the Headless. I guess we could summon some land squirts next time we want to summon something. That seems like they're going to be pretty useless, not going to lie. They don't die in one hit. While I'm riding the horse anyway. So yeah, we're not going to mess with those at the present moment either. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to that Veranda, as I've been calling them, the one with the sending gate. And we're going to see where we get sent. Hopefully I'm going the right way. I do believe it is just this one. You can barely see through the fog. Maybe this is the reason why that this one isn't marked on the map is because it has a sending gate. They want it to be a little less obvious. I'm sure you could just play the whole game without taking any sending gates. They seem to get you in trouble more often than not. The most beneficial sending gate we found was the one that led us right to Rhea Lucaria. But even then, you were behind enemy lines, so... Liurnia of the Lakes. We're at a map monument, so that message was correct that we found. Where even are we? So it was pointing like northeast-ish, but we find ourselves northwest, in fact. And actually, we're right at the monument. So I guess we can mark this off. Oh, it is on the map. Why did I think it wasn't? Weird. And then this is the one that was guarded by the poisonous plants. I don't think we checked out this one either. I'm just gonna mark it just to be sure. I don't even know if we've checked out this section either. Yeah, at some point I think we're gonna go south and we're gonna explore this area more thoroughly because we basically did not check out this swamp at all. Maybe one day we'll go back to the Malefactor's Ever Jail. Alright, so now, enough looking at the map we already had. Let's look at this new map. Map of Liurnia West. Okay. Read the description on that. Majority of Liurnia, known for its vast forests and ever-present fog, is sinking into a lake. The western coast has always been closely associated with Carian royalty. Alright, what the heck is even all this over here? Hopefully that's just like cliffside that we can't necessarily explore. Judging from the art, it does sort of seem like we will not be able to explore that. Okay, so if we go up this path of the Malefactor's Ever Jail, we might be able to come up a little bit right here. Find out what's going on in this church ruin section. Appears to be another building right here, maybe a tower, as well as this. Found a minor Erd tree as well. And we've officially found the edges of the swamps too. And there appears to be a big castle over here with either a well or a swimming pool on the north. Okay, and we can teleport, so we could just leave right now if we really want to. Let's, before we do that, we probably will, just want to have a little bit of a recon mission, see what we're dealing with in this area. Let's go to the edge. It does confirm or support my theory that this whole section of the map we will not be able to explore. It's just the edge of the world. Just trying to get a idea what we're looking at. So directly south of us, we're looking at this little plateau here. It's rather high up. There is a site of grace. There's also a land octopus. Yeah, I mostly was just looking for a site of grace, I'm not gonna lie. There's a ruined building over here, as well as some lowland sections. Jeez, this game is huge. Let's go touch the site of grace. And then I think I'm gonna call this an episode. I don't know if I'll play more today. Definitely need to take a break for now. If we do, we will definitely check out this crystal tunnel in the next episode, I have to imagine. I think this means this whole northeastern section of the map has been quote-unquote cleared to my satisfaction. Trying to remember what was over here, but I guess it was just, this is where the mausoleum is. Or is hanging out anyway. In fact, let's move this. Move this little house marker a bit more over there. So yeah, our choices are definitely going to be to check out this crystal tunnel. We can also go back up here, check out this little house section. We cannot get into Raya Lucaria properly without the glintstone key. I have to imagine the glintstone key is somewhere in the swamp, as is the Shrubbery grape that Lightseeker Hieta is looking for. So yeah, maybe we'll go back south. Maybe we'll even check up on this little ridge as well, see if there's a way up here. I don't know, those are a bunch of future plans. Thank you so much for watching and putting up with my horrible attempts at exploring. If you liked the video, like the video, click that little button, I would very much appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, folks.